Well, turning now to the push to build more housing. It's one of Governor Tina Kotek's biggest goals. She announced that on her first day in office. Well, today she was with Portland Mayor Keith Wilson to talk about a new plan centered on an idea that we've heard tossed around a lot.
We have to get more creative. There's one thing we want to add more energy to, and that's the office building to residential conversion.
Now, Portland has a lot of empty offices and a lot of people who need homes. So why not? Usually the answer we hear is that offices were not built to meet the building codes for housing and that it's too expensive to renovate them to get to that point. Now, along with that, Portland's permitting process is so convoluted and expensive that it's not worth any developer's effort. Well, Kotek and Wilson say they're trying to change that. Wilson wants to spend $15 million of city money to help turn Portland's unused office space into housing. You're likely thinking, what's city money? What happened to the budget crisis? Well, Mayor Wilson says it would come from the Portland Clean Energy Fund, which is money that's supposed to be earmarked for projects that fight the effects of climate change. Wilson says this idea does fit into that goal.
Downtown Portland has a number of properties that could be repurposed, unlocking new housing opportunities and breathing fresh life into the city core and cutting carbon emissions by promoting the reuse of these existing buildings is essential. With $15 million in PSEF funding to support middle-income office to residential housing, we're opening the door for transformative work.
Now, real estate expert firm Colliers estimates that downtown Portland's office vacancy rate is around 35% right now, and more offices are expected to empty out as leases expire.
If we can do more conversions from office to residential in the central city core, it's going to send a message, it's going to get more folks downtown, and it's the right thing to do with some of our empty buildings. It's not every building, but it's going to be important. So we're going to be working on that.
Now, Kotek says she wants the state's economic development agency, called Business Oregon, to partner with the city and developers to see how quickly it can be done. And she wants them to designate conversions as essential to the well-being of the state. But what about that permitting problem? Kotek and Wilson have a plan for that too. Kotek says she's going to send building code staff from the state to help Portland's department. And Mayor Wilson wants to bring back a self-certification program for developers where they can have licensed designers approve certain parts of their plans on their own. And earlier this month, Kotek and Wilson announced a plan to waive system development charges for the first 5,000 permits over the next 3 years. That one has to pass City Council. But Councilor Dan Ryan said today he's confident it has the votes.